All right. Hello. This is round one of the HDA playoffs. I'm running behind. I decided to go and be healthy and go for a bike ride. And I kind of didn't think about how much time I would need to take a shower and eat dinner after I got back. So I'm going to skip all the intro stuff and things because, well, it doesn't matter. We played AJ 2 weeks ago. If you want to know about his team, go back and watch that VOD back. But basically, this week I expect Garchomp, Rotom Heat, Gyarados, Medicham, Alolan Raichu, and one of Serperior or Steelix. If he brings Scolipede again, I'm going to just consider it to be a forfeit. Because I don't know what Scolipede is going to do other than die again. Dragonite, basically the same EV spread. We're running max bulk, max special attack modest. 2 points in defense just because most of his mons are physical attackers, and the ones that are special attackers largely don't bother Dragonite too much. Dragon Pulse, best stab. Hurricane eviscerates everything weak to flying. Tailwind, speed control, extreme speed, prio, snipe off low HP targets, good stuff. Not a lot to really consider there. Arcanine, this is the exact same spread I ran last week. I debated going to like Choice Scarf with like Rock Tomb, but no. Metagross, basically the exact same spread. I moved a few EV points around just to give us a little bit better survivability. 91 speed is to outspeed Serperior, like max timid Serperior, if Tailwind is active. Kind of give the team a little bit more tail room. We'll get back to Samurott in a second because he's new. Trevenant, we just adjusted the bulk a little bit to give us a little bit better favorable rolls into Medicham specifically. We don't really need the Spidef against most of these Pokemon, and because we have Akaberry, and anything that's going to be hitting us with super effective special attacks, it's going to be fire. It's going to either be Overheat from Rotom or Flamethrower from Garchomp or Gyarados, I suppose. You could run Special Gyarados. He could run Special Life Orb Steelix, I guess, but whatever. Simipour, the exact same EV spread, except we went with Rain Dance over Helping Hand. Again, just because I'm expecting more firepower this week, and Helping Hand was cute, but not really necessary. Same thing, like, we didn't even bring Dragonite, so I'm like, I don't feel like I need Protect on it this week. Extreme Speed is just going to be better to pick up KOs once outside of Tailwind, or if he does have something under Trick Room that underspeeds Dragonite. Samurott is just here because when I looked at the Pokemon that AJ was going to bring, Samurott and Heracross are bad against the exact same Pokemon. They're bad into Medicham, they're bad into Rotom Heat, and they're bad into Alolan Raichu. The matchup into Garchomp is kind of neutral for both of them. The matchup into Gyarados slightly more favorable for Samurott, just because you basically wall Gyarados, unless it's running something really weird. And then of the Pokemon that I thought he could bring, Samurott does better into Steelix. Heracross does better into Serperior, but the rest of my team does so well into Serperior that I opted for Samurott. Going with Black Glasses this week, just because Sucker Punch is another good endgame tool. Like, we have Sucker Punch, we have Bullet Punch, we have Extreme Speed on 2 Mons. Yeah, just, okay, whatever you got, AJ, bring it. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and get a room up for this. We're supposed to play right at the top of the hour. So yeah, we'll see what AJ has in store for us this week. Been a lot of chatter about this one, as I think there is if you get 8-0'd by somebody. So we'll see if AJ can improve his mark at all. Alright, yeah, room code is sent. Hit AJ with the good luck, have fun. yeah, we'll see how this goes. I feel pretty okay. All things considered. I need to get notes ready. I do need to do that. Because unlike last time, I feel like taking notes is probably going to be a little bit more important. I suppose while I have a second, I can touch on how we ended up in this situation. We lost week 8 to Roundy in a close 3-game set. I don't think I played particularly well. I don't think I game planned particularly well. I think I was more focused on trying to figure out what Pokemon that Andrew was going to bring, rather than how to play against the Pokemon he was going to bring. And as a result, I don't think my prep was at the level that I expect it to be. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. HDA playoffs round 1. This AJ. Let's see. So like I said, I'm expecting Garchomp. I'm expecting Rotom Heat. Okay, so Gyarados, I'd assume, comes here. Mega Medicham, I would assume, comes. I'm going to hold off on writing down Raichu just because I think there's a universe where he does drop it for both Steelix and Superior. I just don't know that that's the universe we live in right now. We'll have to see. I'm just going to say we're ready to start. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I expected. Steelix over, Scolipede. And then Raichu, Alolan. Okay. So, I think it's in my best interest to quite literally do the same exact thing I did last time, with the minor exception that I'm going to leave Arcanine behind in Game 1 for Dragonite. And my thought process behind this is, if he does somehow pull off some Oonga Boonga stuff and KO Trevenant, and I don't get Trick Room up for Metagross, then Dragonite can come in next to Simipour, I get Tailwind up, and we're off to the races from there. Plus also just learning the held items on his lead mons is going to be very, very useful, even if it's only one, because he brings Medicham. Yeah, I think this is correct. I'm hoping to deter Steelix a little bit with the Samu pick, but should I bring Arcanine in the back? No, because there's a few Pokemon he can also flex to being special attackers. And I want to scout a little bit more before I commit to that. So, not that I think Arcanine would necessarily be bad here, but yeah. Anyways. Okay. What to do? What to do? Medi Raichu. Okay, this is the lead that I was originally worried about 2 weeks ago. Okay. So Medicham, Focus Sash. Surge Surfer. Let me get my damage calc pulled up. Does Alolan Raichu get anything particularly funky I should be concerned about? Probably. Because what I'm concerned about here is Fake Out and then swing into the tree. But I don't see a reason not to just Fake Out and set up the room. So that's what we're going to do. It is Mega Medicham. This could be in prison, so we have to Fake Out in the Simipour. Kind of expected that. Trevenant survives. We knew that was going to happen. We were EV'd for that. Trick Room goes up. He could whip out a Bullet Punch at me here. That would be quite rude. What to do? 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 I think I'm down to Scald that slot. Swap in Metagross. That seems reasonable. Revealing Ice Punch especially. Yeah, so... Fake Out. Ice Punch. I'm going to play around the probable Bullet Punch here. Because they would have to still double Metagross in order to pick up a KO here. Raichu switches. That's only good for me. Preserve Sash. Steelix comes in. If I had gone for... Okay, Bullet Punch revealed. Scald into Medicham does a lot of damage. I think here we go Scald into the Steelix. Steelix has hit the field. We don't know anything about the items. We do, however, Steelix, blank set. What I'm concerned about is like 32 modest Earth Power Life Orb into Metagross. That is a potential one-hit knockout. So I need to be mindful of that. That could be quite not good for us. Bullet Punch should pick up Medicham. It does not. Okay, it's bulky Medicham. That's not good. Medicham Bullet Punches Simipour. Interesting. Okay. Earth Power. He doubles Simipour. Okay. That's not great. That's also a very fast Steelix, though. Well, no. Actually, no, it's not. I lied. It's not a fast Steelix. And that was Earth Power. So I can go into Trevenant here. This is information gathering more than anything. Medicham, I confirm Life Orb? Yep. Life Orb. Okay. Yeah, this is largely fine. The thing is even though Steelix looks pretty good here, I think I go for Horn Leech and Bullet Punch to snipe Medicham here. Because Steelix can only take one KO. Okay, he switches out Medicham. Raichu comes back in. So we break Focus Sash, that's good. Life Orb ticks down again. Earth Power into Steelix is not ideal. Although now Trevenant is set up for success here. Because of this Horn Leech that we're going to get off, this is going to do not insignificant damage into Steelix, which is good for us. But we get HP back. This is not great. This is not great. And this is Sheer Force. Sheer Force Steelix. Final turn of Trick Room. Okay, he fakes me out, but I'm inner focus, so that's good. Dark Pulse, yeah. Okay. Attaboy, AJ. You showed me that you can do things. Okay, now we Mega Evolve and... Dragon Pulse into the Raichu? Yeah. So we need to bring Samurott to deal with this damn Steelix. Okay, that's fine. Or we just need to plan better for it. Okay. This should pick up the Raichu at least. Yep. I'm guessing he just clicks Dark Pulse here, which is going to do, like, not damage. Oh, he is running Ice Fang. Okay. Okay, he's running Ice Fang on Steelix. Also, if I had clicked Scald into the Steelix slot, the turn it came in, we just kind of win. I targeted down the wrong slot, which was the problem. Medicham comes in. I suppose I should try to get a gauge of how much damage this Dragon Pulse does to Steelix here. But I'm guessing we just go down to a Fake Out, or we're going to go down to Bullet Punch, actually. Yeah, we weren't going to get to see the Backmon anyways. This is fine. This is fine. Good boy, AJ. But ultimately kind of a nothing burger. We do lose, which is unfortunate. But Earth Power, Dark Pulse, Ice Fang, Ice Punch, Bullet Punch, Medicham, Fake Out Raichu. The other three Pokemon kind of inconsequential here. I should have been running calcs on how bulky that Medicham was, because it can definitely be bulked out to survive Poltergeist. I'm gonna run back the same. I'm gonna run back the same thing with the Samurott adjustment. What can he do about Samurott instead of Dragonite? Not a lot, because if I have access to Samurott, I can really shut down that Steelix. Because I don't think that Steelix has anything other than Earth Power for Samurott. Like, I don't know what it would even get. Are you gonna run Body Press on top of everything else? Even then, like, oh wow, no investment Body Press can actually KO Samurott. Potentially. Okay, well, that's not good. Okay. Do I rethink this? No. No, I'm going to stick to my convictions. I think this is correct. And if AJ beats me, okay, whatever. He's had 2 weeks to stew and ruminate over this, so if he beats me, good for him. Medicham Raichu, so run back on his end. Yep. Alternatively, I could go for this play. This feels so risky. This feels so risky for no good reason. I'm worried that he calls me out for the run back and hard swaps the Raichu. But if he hard swaps the Raichu, then we're in such a good spot that I don't think it matters. Yeah. I think Raichu is, like, obligated to fake out here. I'm calling that Raichu is obligated to fake out. Raichu, in fact, does not fake out. He goes for Electro Web, which activates Walk and Berry. This isn't what I wanted to activate Walk and Berry, but this is fine. E-Webs. Okay, so double speed drop. That's actually very, very good for me. That's a huge blunder from AJ, because Medicham, with the flinch, Trevenant is going to set up a Trick Room, and now I have 5 turns inside the Twisted Dimensions, where both of my Pokemon should be slower than AJ's. Raichu is going to want to get on out of here. So I should be able to go for Scald plus Poltergeist here. And as long as Poltergeist connects into the Medicham, we should be in a pretty good spot. Let me double check my calcs. He would have to have a lot of defensive investment to survive Poltergeist, and based on how much damage that Ice Punch did, I don't think he has that much defense to survive it from 88%. He's yet to show me Protect, so until he shows me Protect, I'm not respecting it. I'm not playing around it. He could KO Simipour with Raichu if he stays in, but Medicham does reveal Detect. Okay. Okay. Detect. Poltergeist into Detect. Nothing burger. Scald is going to go into the Raichu. That's good damage. Not amazing, but good damage. We do also get a Burn, which is not bad. Does it have Thunderbolt? It has Psychic. Okay. He's really hoping for a high roll on that Psychic that I don't think he gets. Raichu's Burn is going to tick down. There's no way, right? There's no way Medicham Bullet Punch picks up from here, right? Not with our investment. Not a shot. No, not a shot. 30% maximum, which is 56%. I'm going to double Medicham to cover for a switch here. I don't think I over-prepped on this turn. Okay, Medicham does switch out. Is it Steelix? Gyarados. Okay. So Gyarados gets to eat a Scald. Okay, Gyarados with Intim. I think that was Walkenberry again. I didn't catch it. That's not good. That's on me. We double with Scald. So maybe I'm getting punished for this. I think I'm getting punished for this. I should have taken out the Raichu. We burn Gyarados, though. Simipour coming up in the clutch, in the paint. No, it's Lumberry. Okay. Lumberry. Okay, cool. Trevenant survives again, and now you don't have a priority move on the board to address it. We did a lot of damage with that double up, too. 2 turns inside the Twisted Dimensions remaining. We have Metagross. Do I need to conserve Trevenant here? That is the next question I need to ask. I want to get rid of this damn Raichu, and I want to get rid of it right meow. I'm going to Wisp Gyarados here again. Okay, Wisp lands. So Gyarados is burned. See how much damage Gyarados is able to do now. Probably enough to do something. Bounce! Okay. AJ, I think you might have overcooked this one, my friend, just a little bit. So now Gyarados is high up in the sky, burned, and going for Bounce. AJ does also reveal the Steelix. Okay. So it's Steelix, Gyarados, Medicham remaining. Okay, we get rid of Raichu. Psychic was revealed on it. I don't think the Steelix has an answer for Samurott. I'm down to go for a Scald in that slot. I still have a full HP Metagross as well. I'm allowed to let Trevenant go down here to get Samurott in safely. It's Dark Pulse into Simipour. That's not going to be enough for the KO, AJ. Horn Leech, this is not going to be enough to allow Trevenant to survive, although it would be hilarious if it did somehow. We chip, though, which is good. They double into the Simipour again. AJ hates this guy. But I don't really know what this does for you here. I'm going to reveal Samurott. Samu of the Distant Past hits the board. Okay. I think I can go for Aqua Cutter into Steelix here. And I can bring Metagross onto the field safely. Because I don't fear a burned Gyarados at all. I do still need to deal with this Medicham, which I have very limited options into, considering how low Trevenant's HP is. But he does still have to address Trevenant, which is good. Trevenant landing that burn, also very clutch. Aqua Cutter comes out into the Steelix. It survives at 22%. That's not good. Crunch revealed from Gyarados. This hurts Metagross quite a little bit, yeah. Earth Power into Samurott. How much does this do? That's a lot of damage that I did not want to take. Okay, so Gyarados hurt by its burn. Okay, so that did not do very much to the Steelix. I mean, this thing just has so much freaking defense is the thing. And we know it's Life Orb. So if Samu Aqua Cutter... How much do I think Metagross is going to be able to do to it with Ice Punch? That looks like a roll, and I don't love that for me. Aqua Cutter, Thunder Punch. Okay, Steelix protects, which is not great. I could have suckered Gyarados here, which would have been ideal in this instance. Thunder Wave into Samurott. Okay. Also not great. We send Gyarados to meet God on this turn, which is good at least. Yep. Bye-bye, Gyarados. So Bounce. T-Wave. Bounce, Crunch, T-Wave. Medicham. Okay. God, this Medicham has too much HP left. I'm going to Detect with Samurott. Sack Trev, calling Fake Out Earth Power into this slot. How much do I think... How much is Samu doing with Sucker Punch into this guy? 56 on a high roll, so around 50%. Probably Metagross. Okay, so I should be able to get rid of... I should be able to get rid of Medicham with a... double up. If I get the call right. Medichamite Life Orb, we knew about that. Samu does get a Detect off. Okay. Close combat. Okay, into Trevenant. So... Close combat into Trevenant. So... I'm gonna Sucker Punch Steelix. Well, no, okay, so... He's gonna Bullet Punch Trevenant here, most likely. If he Bullet Punches Trevenant, Sucker Punch should KO Steelix. Does Sucker Punch KO the Steelix? I should double check this. Sucker Punch is almost certainly gonna KO the Steelix, I would hope. Okay. I'm gonna force the issue. Poltergeist Sucker Punch. Okay, Bullet Punch comes out, Trevenant goes down. Come on, Samu. Steelix goes down. That should do it. I don't know. Okay, we are pretty low on Metagross. Okay, so... How much is Medicham? Medicham's KOing us with close combat here, certainly, right? Oh yeah, easily KOing us. Okay, so... Do we KO with 2 bullet punches is the question. It doesn't look like it. Does Samu get there with Night Slash plus a potential Sucker Punch? I think so. I think any non-Prio attack should pick up with the Prio move to follow. I expect AJ to detect here. No, he just sends it. Close combat into Metagross. This is going to KO. Samurott is going to go for the Night Slash. A critical hit would take us to a game. Oh, wait! But the defense drops! I forgot about the defense drops! Night Slash is going to come out, and that's going to do it. We're going to go to a game 3. Okay, let's go. Way to clutch up, Samu. Way to clutch up. Okay. Now we need to lock in. We let AJ have his fun. Now it's time to put him to bed. Okay. We've not seen Garchomp, we've not seen Rotom. We know Intim, Lumberry, Bounce, Crunch, Thunderwave, Gyarados. We know everything about Medicham. We know 3 of the 4 moves on Steelix. I believe we also saw Protect. Protect? Question mark? I don't know what else the Raichu has. He hasn't shown me Thunderbolt, so... He still has 2 whole Pokemon unrevealed. I still have Arcanine unrevealed. Okay. How do I want to play this? He has to play so safely around the Simipour. If I was running Protect on Dragonite, I think I could get away with Simipour Dragonite lead against Medicham Raichu. Here, I'm not so confident. I think this is just a straight run back, though. Truthfully, I think this is just a straight run back of what I did last game. If he brings Garchomp and Metagross gets to swing into it, it's going to God. Unless he's Yachi Berry. And I mean, he can bring Rotom, obviously. He can bring the Rotom. But I don't know that Rotom does enough. Okay, game 3. I have to assume it was also Gyarados in the back game 1. Okay, Medicham Raichu, 3 for 3 on these leads from AJ. So he's gone Fake Out, and then he's gone Electro Web into Trevenant. Which, that Electro Web felt like a throw. He's going to Fake Out Simipour here. How do I take advantage of that? I'm going to get rid of this Medicham. It's too much of a pain in the ass for my back Pokemon. And I think if Medicham is KO'd, I think I just win with Samurott and Metagross. This is a gamble, and I don't know how I feel about it, but we're going to find out. Okay, Raichu fakes out into Simipour. We saw that coming. Simipour flinches. Ice Punch, we know about that. Trevenant survives. Nobody is surprised by this series of events. We go for the Poltergeist. It's going to be attacked by its Medichamite. How much damage does this do? Did AJ EV this thing properly? No, he did not. Medicham goes down. That's huge. That is absolutely massive. And now he has to figure out how to get through these Pokemon. He's going to go into Gyarados. That's fine. What have we seen from Gyarados? We've seen Bounce, we've seen Crunch, we've seen Thunder Wave. I think what we can do here with Simipour is we can go for Icy Wind. Yeah. Okay, he goes for Webs. Does this miss? Okay, no, it's just Walk and Berry activation. Okay. So Webs, this shouldn't KO Trevenant. It doesn't. Trevenant hangs on 5% or 5 HP. Can Gyarados KO Simipour before I get this Icy Wind off? Or does he double into the tree? Simipour actually moves before Gyarados. Okay, so this is a slow Gyarados. Icy Wind comes out. Gyarados is going to be slowed down. I need to check my speed tiers on this Raichu specifically. So Raichu at -1 if it's max timid. Okay, yeah, no. We still underspeed it. Yeah, we still underspeed it. We're only 105. But Metagross should be pretty unopposed at this point. Because this is slow, bulky Gyarados. Yeah. If this is slow, bulky Gyarados at -1, Metagross is sending this thing to God. How much is Raichu doing to Simipour? So, Electro Web into Simipour. No Walk and Berry. Electro Web is KOing us more than likely. Okay, he swaps the Gyarados out to drop the speed drop. Steelix is going to come in here. Raichu going for the Electro Web. This is not going to slow down Metagross, but Simipour going down here, not ideal. Ice Punch is going to go into the Raichu. That's going to do really, really good damage. Gyarados is going to come in, will land and Intimidate, but I don't know that this Gyarados has enough damage with Crunch to pick up... No, we do not want to forfeit. I dropped my controller and I almost forfeited. That would have been bad. Okay. Okay, so we are going to be intimidated, which is not good. Crunch is only doing 50% to us here. Okay. Which, 50% of our HP total. Crunch is doing 94. What is my best damage option into the Steelix now? I'm guessing it's Ice Punch. 23%. It's not great. Samurott's actually the fastest Pokemon on the field. That's wild. Okay, Aqua Cutter looks like it's going to be about a 3-hit KO. Gyarados going to go for the Thunder Wave. Does this slow Metagross down enough for the Steelix to outspeed? Steelix is a very slow Pokemon. Steelix does outspeed. Oh my god. I got goobed. I got goobed by that. Oh, okay. So Samurott is the fastest Pokemon. We've not seen Protect from this Gyarados as far as I'm aware. So here's the thing. With what Gyarados has shown... Bounce. I can't believe I'm doing a damage calc on Bounce. Bounce Gyarados into Samurott. That's a 2-hit KO. But I can detect the turns that he bounces. Is the thing. I think I need to get rid of the Steelix. Okay, Aqua Cutter comes out. Critical hit? A critical hit! Samurott comes through again! Just like it did in Week 6 against Blake's Houndstone. Samurott says, you put your faith in me? I'm gonna reward you by sending this Steelix to God. Meanwhile, Gyarados is up in the rafters. We can just simply detect this turn, avoid taking any damage, and Samurott is going to send this Gyarados to the butcher shop like some sashimi, because if Bounce is the only move that he has to do any real damage to me with, I carve him up with Night Slash here. AJ gonna have to try to land a Thunder Wave, I think. Okay. If he does Thunder Wave me, I do also have the option to Sucker Punch him. So that's good to know as well. Night Slash coming out into the Gyarados is going to do really good damage, bringing Gyarados low. He does go for the Thunder Wave. Okay. Have to assume he's going to go for another Bounce here. He's revealed Bounce, Crunch, Thunder Wave. Sucker Punch comes out. Gyarados down to 18%. It's going to go for the big bounce up in the sky. I think... Does Gyarados KO Samurott on a crit? Does Bounce KO on a crit? That's what I need to know right now. Bounce, if he's max Adamant Gyarados, on a critical hit, it could KO. I'm going to lock it in. If the bounce crits, the bounce crits. I'll give him the satisfaction of the animation. That is not a critical hit. Samurott only taking 93 from that. Night Slash into the Gyarados is going to clean this one up. We're going on to round 2, baby. Let's go. GG's to AJ. Much better indeed. Good job. You brought the correct worm-shaped Pokemon. Much better matchup, but Samurott coming through in the clutch for us this week. Whew! Samu putting way too much evidence into why its draft stock should have even been higher, I think. Coming in clutch yet again. GG's to AJ. Thank you so much to the guys for casting this one. I'm going to hop into the chat for a little post-game interview. But yeah, bye-bye!